Hello, everyone. You're welcome back to my kitchen. Today, it's gonna be a special one. This meal preparation is inspired by a YouTuber whose name is Kwankyewaa. I hope I get that right. I have been watching her channel and I love what she does. And today, I want to put it into practice. So please come along with me as I prepare my weekly meal. You're welcome once again. My name is Falakemi Atos. I vlog about faith, food, relationship, and travels. And today, just like I told you, this meal preparation is being inspired by a fellow YouTuber named Kwankyewaa. Sorry if I mess up the name. Yeah, she's a Ghanaian, but she's based in the United States of America. I've been watching her meal preparation and I love what she does. And why I wanted to do this is that it's always good for you to prepare your food yourself. And I'm going to tell you the reason why it is good for you to prepare food that you're going to take yourself. First, it saves your time. You don't have to start preparing every time you want to eat food. It saves your money. Yes, you don't know how much you're going to spend. I don't know how much you waste buying junk food outside. Yeah, it saves a lot of money. It saves utility. You know what I mean? Water bill, light bill, because you do mass cooking and you forget about the whole thing. It saves your energy. You don't have to waste your time. Every time you have to go to the kitchen and cook, you just have the food in the freezer, bring it down and warm it, and you're ready to eat. It is very healthy. At least you know what you're eating. You know what you're preparing, what you prepare yourself. And it is always available. So you don't have to worry about you don't have food in the house. So let me go straight to the preparation. Like you have seen, I've washed all my ingredients. That is the pepper I'm going to use and I'm blending it right now. That is the most difficult part. Getting the peppers together, the tomatoes and everything. And this is what I've just done. And I'm going to boil my pepper down because I want to prepare some stew. If you have soup in the house or you have stew, I don't know what I can call it. Some people call it stew, some people call it soup. But the most important thing is I want to prepare some stew. You have stew in the house, it can go with anything. It can go with your rice, your swallow, whatever you want to eat it with. So right now, I've washed all my protein and I'm going to put everything. I have a lot of protein I'm going to use. I have some turkey, I have some beef, I have some tripe, I have some mackerel fish. So I'm going to grill some and I'm going to boil some. That is what I'll be using to prepare my mass cooking. And I want to prepare some jollof rice too, so I'm going to just portion it. So as I come back, I will just pick some and eat it. Then I'm going to prepare beans. I love beans because I just want to remain healthy. Yes, and I'm going to prepare some soup. So that is what I'm going to do. Right now, I want to season my meat, my beef, my protein. So I'm seasoning it with all the seasons I have in the house. Yeah, you're already used to some of my season by now, so I don't want to give you the details again. But I'm going to list all the details of all the seasons and all the things I use to do my mass cooking. Yes, I'm going to leave the full details in the description box. So please do check it out. If you're still with me up till now, it means you're enjoying what I'm doing. Don't forget to click the subscription bell. Don't forget to like my post. Don't forget to share my post. Thank you so much. For those of you who are just joining me for the first time, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just putting all the season into the beef and I'm going to just cover it and allow it to cook in its own juice. I'm not going to add any water at this point because most of this protein contains a lot of water. So you don't have to put water so that you get the best flavor from the protein. So after putting all the seasoning, mix it together, I'm gonna just cover it and allow it to cook in its own juice. I used to think this meal preparation is a waste of time before, but when I tried it, honestly, I can't do without it. Now it's a weekly routine. I do different kind of things every week. Sometimes I prepare just soup. Sometimes I have rice, beans, and everything. I always make sure my freezer is filled with stuff so that if I come back from work, I don't have to disturb myself looking for what I'm going to eat. And I don't want to bother myself buying any junk food from outside. I know I have something to eat in the freezer. So please try it if you have not tried it. It is a very good, it is economical. It is just so good and you're going to love it. And when you get used to it, you're not going to go back to, you will never go back on it because you know it's always available. It's good even you're a bachelor, spinster, you have family, it's so readily available. If you have children, they can easily just go into the freezer, bring out the food, warm it and eat the food. So that you don't have to, you have to less the money and the time you use in buying food outside. And those food that you don't even know how they prepare those foods, which are not even healthy, at least you know that this is your meal. You know what you put inside and you know how you prepare the food. Thank you so much. Now I'm just done with the last thing I put inside the meat and the beef. It's ginger, blended some ginger and garlic, and I've put some diced onion. Right now it is I just put some little onion, salt. Just gonna cover it right now. I'm gonna cover it right now, and it's time for me to cook it. So just watch what I will be doing. And it doesn't really take time. It doesn't really take time. I thought it's going to take all my time, you can do other things even when you are doing this. You don't have to spend all the days in the kitchen. You can still do other things. Just make sure you are watchful, especially when it's not time for you to be frying things, so that you can still be multitasking by doing other things while you're preparing your meal. Yeah, at this point, my meat is ready and the stove is ready too. So I just put some thyme from fresh thyme. I love fresh thyme on my beef. It takes the flavor. It makes it so flavorful and it takes the taste to another level. So try it if you have not been trying it. I prefer it to the normal thyme. So I'm just going to cover it at this point and wait for the beef to cook in its own juice. This process took me like 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the heat you're using, depending on the stove, depending on the pot, depends on a lot of things. So, but this process took me like 20 minutes to cook. I would just be checking it from time to time and make sure I give it a quick stir if possible so that everything is going to mix together properly and thoroughly. So my meat is doing so good. I'm just going to allow it to just cook for a while. Then I'm going to give it a quick stir. Then I'm going to remove all the beef and the chicken and the tripe and put it inside the oven to grill it for a little bit. You don't have to grill. If you want to fry, you can fry. But I prefer to grill at this point. So as you can see, the meat, look at all those juice. I did not add any water. You can't believe it. So that's why you have to be careful when you pour a lot of water inside all those beef and chicken and all those stuff, because they contains a lot of water already. So you have to be very, very careful. So, and the aroma is so, I told you when you use this fresh thyme, it takes the taste to another level. It makes it so flavorful. You're going to like it. You're going to love it when you try it. So at this time, I'm just going to cover it so that everything is going to cook very well before I'm going to turn it inside the pan to grill. As you can see from the other part, my pepper is boiling down so well. I want it to boil down to the minimum. So right now, my meat is done and I'm bringing it out from the pan and I want to put it inside to grill. Yeah, like I told you, this is optional. If you prefer to cook it like that. You can just go ahead and cook it like that. It doesn't matter. And if you prefer to grill it, when you grill it, just give it that native, that super delicious taste. So just try it. But if you want to fry, you can go ahead. But I'm just tired of frying things. I do a lot of frying anyway. So, but sometimes I prefer to grill my meat or my beef or my chicken. It just takes the taste to another level. So I'm just going to put everything and keep the stock before I will start frying my soup. Then I will start cooking my rice. The pepper is almost done. It's really boiling very well, and I love the consistency. Is not, I want it to be very thick, very, very thick. I want to get rid of all those water so that it's going to be easy for me when I want to start frying my sauce for the jollof rice and for my stew. As you can see, my beef, the chicken, the fish, everything is right inside the oven right now. So I'm just going to grill it for like 30 to 40 minutes. While I'm doing that, I'm going to start with the soup. And the first thing I want to start with rice first. I want to start with the jollof rice. The stew doesn't really take me much time. So the first thing I'm going to do is just to put in my pan on the stove, put some vegetable oil, add some onions, fry it a little bit, and you know what remains. You know what to do. Yes, I've prepared this over and over. That if you have not watched any of my stew, please, I'm gonna link one of my videos how I prepare my jollof rice. It's gonna follow the same order. So please check it out and you're gonna like it. So just come along with me as I prepare my jollof rice, stew, and my beans. As you can see, I'm multitasking. I'm frying my stew on one side and I'm cooking the jollof rice on the other side. That is the beauty of mass cooking. You can do a lot just at the same time. At this point, I'm supposed to be boiling the beans at the same time, but I don't even know what happened. I forgot that I have other things, though. I've already washed the beans and I'm just gonna put it on so that you can cook 3 or 4 things at the same time, and everything is gonna be ready at the same time so that you have enough time to rest, and you have all the food you need to have in the house. Right now, as you can see, I'm already mixing my jollof rice with the sauce, and it's looking so good. The taste is, the flavor is just so. I just poured in some stock, and I'm going to put enough water to cook it, cover it with some foil and the lid, and allow it to cook. While I'm doing that, my soup is frying very well too. As you can see, the jollof rice turns out so good. I love the texture. I love the taste. I love the color. I just love everything about this jollof rice. I think this is one of the best jollof rice I've ever prepared. I love the taste. And now back to my soup. This is also looking so good. The stew is frying so well. Yeah, you can see that. When you see all the oil coming on top, you know that it's ready. I just brought out my meat and my beef and the chicken from the oven, and as you can see, they're looking so good. This is just what I want. Just that taste, just that beautiful flavor. Yes, just try it. You're gonna love how your soup is gonna taste. So I'm just gonna turn it into the soup, and my soup is ready. So everything is done. The soup is done. The jollof rice is done. The only thing remaining on the stove is the beans. My sweet beans. I love these beans. I bought it from the African store in the Bay Area and it's so good. So the beans is almost done. I'm just going to throw in the onions. And I don't want to put anything at this point because sometimes I just want to add it to my rice. And sometimes, like at this point, when it's well cooked, I can just add a little bit of palm when I'm ready to eat and take anything. So I'm just going to leave it at this point. I'm not going to put anything apart from the onions and a little bit of salt into it. That is the way I love to keep it. So all my meal is ready. Look at my soup looking so good. Look at the stew looking so, oh my God, you got to try this. And look at all those things I've prepared. This can last me more than a week, but my target is a week anyway. But most of the time, there is always a crossover to another week. And I don't mind because I know that I always have something to eat healthy and yummy in my freezer that I can easily just put inside the microwave and I'm ready to go. Thank you so much, Sister Kwankyewaa. Please, I'm sorry if I murdered your name. Yeah, thank you so much for inspiring me to do this and for motivating me. Thank you so much. See you in my next one. Bye.